WSB Met Day. Justin Snaith has joined us for Perfectly Placed. We're racing at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on the 31st of Jan. Just been a whole host of runners. Good on you, and yeah, he's running than needed.
Candice. Yes.
Thanks, Candice.
Yeah, very much so. MJ, we are that yard that look forward to this day every year. We should be doing eliminations. If every trainer did what we did, the majority of my yard here, if I went through this yard right now, you would start, that is O Susanna's Baby, that is Double Grand Slam, Be Merry, Champagne Castle, Little Susie, Give Me What I Want, Randolph Hearst, you can go right, See It Again, Power and the Glory, you just keep going and they're all here. Happy Verse, Native Ruler, all running, Big Runner as well, Note to Self. As you go through this entire yard, all the horses here are just about running, so we come well prepared, and we literally, if our horse has got 4 legs and it's sound, it gets nominated, and this is the day that we think is a monster day to be part of.
Listen, you hold the record for 8 winners on these big days, so it's definitely well worth it.
Absolutely.
A lot of runners. I think there's one race where you got one in. Let's get going. First race is JC Leroux's Summer Juvenile Stakes over 1100 meters, and the first horse you got is Marseille.
So Marseille is a horse that he won quite nicely last time. His gallop was okay, MJ. He galloped with Rabdan, and Rabdan, funny enough, actually put in a very good gallop. Rabdan's a horse that the public needs to follow. He's that Pomodoro that can run, and is a very interesting horse in this race on the gallop. Andrew's always thought quite highly of him, but you do feel that these fillies are just very, very quick. Champagne Castle, I don't like the draws on the outside up the straight. I've said it the whole season, and I think come World Sports Betting Met Day, it's going to be the same. That outside is a kiss of death up the straight, especially in a big field. 1,000 meters you get away with it a little bit. 1,100, she's quick. She can overcome the draw. So flying at home, very, very. I see all the talks about St. Harry and all that, and because he got left last time, this is another level. He will have to come on, which I'm sure he will, but he's going to need his match, and take nothing away from Kuwari Dancer. I galloped her with a older horse, and she gave the 2 lengths beating. Don't forget about her. She won the first juvenile race. The form is unbelievable from that race. All the horses came out after that and won. She's certainly one not to forget about in this race.
We're going to race 2 as a World Sports Betting C Stakes over 2,000 meters. 3 very nice runners. First one is Note to Self.
Yes, very much so. He's a horse that we think is very close to being possibly a Derby runner. I don't see too many horses this year in the Derby over ground. This is that race for him to prove himself and come on from this run into maybe a race like that. So obviously make him a big runner here.
Arbitration is a good, solid campaigner.
Very much so. Solid in his place a little bit, but take nothing away from him. He's a horse that could run a good race here if these 3 olds fluff their lines.
Other 3-year-old in the race, Eric Liddell won a nice race last time.
Very much so. He's a horse that we do think he's going to make giant steps in his races, especially over ground. He's beautifully bred for this. This will be a very interesting run in this race, and how close he can get to Note to Self, if not beat him. This is a very smart horse, but we see the big picture and the long road with him. He's a horse that we'll just very carefully bring along, but certainly may have to go into bets here.
Race 3 is a new turf. Carriers Western Cape Stayers, grade 3 over 280. You've got 3 lively runners here. First one is Magic Verse.
JP's not that convinced that he goes the ground, but if you see his races that he's run over ground, they're as good as Holding Thumbs, if not better. His first run here in Cape Town over the ground, he was running at Holding Thumbs, who I thought Chad gave a phenomenal ride to.
He's a kilo better off at the weights.
He's a kilo better off the race at the weights. I ran him in the July reserve race over 2-2. I think he carried 62. He was so badly in, but he still got beat like half a length. Was actually unlucky on that run. He's a serious contender in this race. The breathing does worry me a little bit. The last 100 he does get a little rough in his breathing if he doesn't have too much of that happen. He is a horse that could give the favourite a go.
And then ahead of the fact, he's a little bit worse off at the weights with all of them.
Very much so. But I just, last time, the youngster, I thought he could have ridden in better. He came in and drifted to the outside, is not ideal, and ended up running in his own race. He is a horse that could run a big race here, because we did fancy him that last run, and it just, things didn't go quite his way. But at the weights, he does have a little bit to do, but he is a nice stayer.
Triple Time's also pretty consistent. He's always in the placings.
Runs for Andrew, this horse. And I must just thank the handicappers. Thank you so much. After 890 days, we managed to get a 1-point deduction, which doesn't help us at all in this race, because it's pretty much a wake for age race, so it helped us nothing. But this could be his last run, and we hope he goes out with some, some good news.
Justin, we go on to race 4 is the Leaper C Stakes, 1200 meters. You've got 5 runners here, and the first one of yours is right at the bottom there. Uno the Unicorn hasn't run for a while.
Yeah, sometimes if we got 5 runners in a race, it's normally because we're not that confident in the race. So we will then stick in 5 and hope that one pops up. It's one of those situations. Uno the Unicorn coming back from a layoff, we think very highly of this filly, and we just think that if she runs fresh, she could be the dark horse of the race. She's way better than a one-time winner, so we'll see how she comes out of this.
And you've got Primal Instinct, the 3-year-old, also come from a little bit of a layoff.
Being gelded, same thing. If he runs fresh, we'll run a big race. His form over 1200 isn't that bad, but I see in the betting he's way out, possibly a dark horse, but certainly for quartets and trifectas, I wouldn't leave out these horses. Put them both in. If you're going, you got your horses you fancy, and then stick them in, just because we do feel they're way better than their rating suggests.
Also, it looked well this morning with Steadfast.
He's my dark horse for the race. I think he's not the price he should be. He's been a little bit unlucky in his starts. The blinkers are going on, which they make a big difference. He'll be right on top of them. Possibly the horse that I think everyone's counting out a little bit too quickly.
You also know he probably can ignore the last start.
No, I mean, Muzi, I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, it was one of those moments. I'm just hoping that Muzi will take some of my instructions on Saturday. Otherwise, I'm in big trouble. So, yeah, blinkers are off again. And he's better drawn. Maybe it could be a dark horse, but you think there's some much more fancied horses here.
Filly Claire de Lune was Andrew.
Yes, another filly that we just think sprints well, and especially over these distances, over 1200, you want something that can sprint, and she's a very nifty little sprinter. But the betting suggests that she may just find the colts a bit strong.
Definitely going to race 5 of the Shreps Winchester Sprint Cup, of 1100 meters. You've only got 1 runner in the race with no weight. Absolutely, yes, 50 kilos.
Yes, very interesting runner. I do think also not in the betting at all, but of 50 kilos, you might want to go, if you're going wide, include him. I think he's nicely drawn in the middle of the field. I think he's drawn about 6 or so.
Current form is pretty solid.
He's not. I mean, he's a Langeman winner. Interesting runner. I mean, it's just one of those horses that could be interesting in this race. But I mean, there are some very nice horses. I see Sir J, all those horses, they're all fancied. So
competitive.
It's going to be what a race.
Race 6 is the SADCA Stakes over 1400. Another 5 in here, Justin. Found the Glory. A bit stiff not to get up, but could beat him probably the better horse in the day.
Yes, look, this horse is flying. This is a dark horse. I know, like the other jocks are all worried about this horse. So like if you speak to Andrew and Richard, they're worried about this horse because of the weight. They're carrying 61.5. He's got 51.
He's a bull.
He's a bull. And actually Ocean last time rode him and was quite impressed by this horse. And I said, yeah, been down that road. I thought he was going to win the Guineas. I thought he was better than 8 and 8, and he never went on with it. You got a high rating as a young horse that I was always chasing shadows. So it'd be nice if he finally does something like this. I have put the blinkers on, but I might just go for the smaller blinkers. I am worried with Muzi, and gunning it, because there's going to be a lot of pace in this race. So certainly a horse that he's got to come into play off that weight.
Scottish Kish got a very first start over the ground last time.
Yeah, look, I would say probably in a race like this, this is a bit strong. For me, this is the strongest pinnacle plate ever. I mean, where over 7 furlongs do you get? You've got Guineas winners. You've got
Aussie.
No, I mean,
no punished.
No, this is a tough field. He should find this a little bit too tough for him.
And then straight away we go on to Royal Aussie. Doing
very well at home. I've really freshened him up. this could be his, if he doesn't run well here, this is the best for him. 7 furlongs, everything, great rider on his back. He rode him this morning at track. His gallop was nice. Certainly a horse that at his best could easily pop up, but he is coming towards the end of his career.
Snow Pilot.
Snow Pilot, I put him in the 5 furlong the other day, only for one reason, that was to get him fit for this race. I felt that I've been chasing shadows the whole season, over straight into 1600s. There were no 1200s. It was just very hard to train this horse into the season. This is obviously a race that he should really run a big race. He's very sound. He's a magnificent individual. For me, going to be a serious stallion one day. He's the one of those horses that I'm looking forward to training his progeny one day. For me, he's everything that a South African stallion should be, with a bit of everything. Going to be a very interesting horse, but I'd like to see a big run from it here.
Number 14 is Great Plains, obviously not drawn ideally, but also won quite a competitive race last time.
Very, very competitive horse. Really doing well at the moment. The one horse that just really didn't want a bad draw. We're going to have to negotiate from that draw. It's going to be tough, but you just have to put him in, because if he does get, he'll be firing at the end. And if the pace is as hot as it's going to be, he could be making up a lot of ground late.
On the first Group 1 for the day is the main chance from Mallorca Stakes over 1600 meters, and he got double Grand Slam in there. I wouldn't say disappointing last time, but mile is probably a best estimate.
Yes, it was just too much of a hot run race too soon in the season. Another filly, it was a bit annoying. We have a race and then everyone ran away and they cancelled the race. I mean, the racing did what they could, that I could have a race, and unfortunately the other trainers took it as an opportunity to just run away. So I was always one run short, especially over 1800. It's fine if you're one run short and you're running 14s in a mile, it's not a problem. But 1800, you're testing. She is a miler. Anything past that is a big ask. And remember, they went flat out.
He looks fantastic.
She's very well. MJ, for me, gonna take a lot of beat. I know a lot of people think, she got beat last time, and this time we can beat her. You saw the attitude this morning.
Andrew will be on top form.
No, exactly. She's very well.
Number 13, Give Me What I Want. Question mark at distance. Did look at her pedigree and looks like she could go, but you look at the specimen and she looks like a proper sprinter.
She does. I mean, I just also worried that race took a lot out of her. She's quite quiet at the moment. It's a hard one, and she needed a draw, and the wide draw. But I think what is good is that we can use this race to see if she does get the mile. So she'll be given a chance from that draw. We have to. There's no in between for her there. You're going to have to drop her out to the back of the field just about. There's no alternate. Or you got to go. So we can't do that. She needs to learn to run the mile, and this is definitely a tester to see where we should go in the future.
Justin, we then go on to race 8. It's the main event of the season, the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, 2,000 meters. Can you, at the top of your head, just find any horse that in the country that should be here that's not in here?
Well, exactly. MJ, I see some of the comments of that, and then I look at all the weight for age races around the world, from the Cox Plate to the Hong Kong Mile, the Hong Kong Gold Cup. All the races run at weight for age are the best horses in the country, and you don't want anything else. If you can tell me one horse in South Africa that should be in this race that isn't there, please tell me what horse it is.
We'll allow for
supplemented. Come, join us. For me, there are 11 very nice horses. They all have had their moments in their career. To put in perspective, the longest price in this race is a horse called Legal Counsel. And I've just been negotiating, dealing with the Hong Kong buyers, and that's like the longest priced horse in this race. Hong Kong won. But yet here in South Africa, we sometimes get confused. So he's been acquired by the partners and won't be going to Hong Kong, and will be running here. And you know what? I hope for them he runs an absolute cracker, Legal Counsel.
Let's go on to the well-being of the horses. Your first runner is 8 on 18. Fantastic having in here, drawn 2 with Richard up.
Absolutely, I love the draw. 2 draws, it helps a lot. I mean, in the Hollywoodbets July, he was drawn very wide. We had to go handier than we wanted. The slow run race, and then he's had no luck in preparation up to now. But this will obviously be the first time where I think, right, if you take the Lamar King's Plate, he's got 4 lengths to fight. Okay, 4 lengths. over a distance that's just short of his best. So 4 lengths I need to find. We go the 2,000. I think we already get a couple of those back. Going the distance that he's more competitive over. This is his distance. Plus, I managed to get another gallop in between the Lamar King's Plate and this race. I've managed to get a gallop in on top of it. That brings it down. He's going to be right there. Richard Free back up. Richard loves this horse. You just cannot count him out. He is the danger. If he pops up, it's not going to surprise anybody.
Oh, he is the best in the country.
And for me, it's certainly possible in what I'm seeing from him at the moment. He is back. It's game on.
Number 3 is Sail the Seas. He's had a fantastic prep and really enjoyed his couple of runs coming into this race now after the layoff.
Absolutely. MJ, he's had when you first look at it, he's had the perfect prep. He's run the Green Point after a long layoff. He's run the Lamar King's Plate. So it's the perfect prep into this race. The only thing is that they've been hard races. He's been in the fight, heads up, heads down. It's been hard races. But this is the distance he's looking for. A lot of people, from what I'm seeing, a lot of people are tipping him and see it again. A lot of like the punters, and it seems that that's their 2 sure horses that they think over this distance have had the good preps and will run big races. From a soundness point of view, he's spot on everything. He looks incredible. So if those 2 fights haven't been too harsh, he's a horse that's going to be right there on top of them.
Then we go on to number 7, Legal Counsel with Elder. He's probably at the weight's got a bit to do, but he's still a solid campaigner, honest.
He's just such a game individual. But what we would like to see is his distance. Does he get this 2,000? No better time than trying it here and have a bit of fun.
Must be able to.
I mean, what options you have? You can run him at a midweek at Durbanville or something, or, it's like going to Scottsville. What interest is in that? When you've got a horse like this, you've owned horses your whole life to have horses in these big races, and he's going to take his chances, and if we get beat, we get beat, and we'll move on and then find something else that is more competitive in.
Number 8 is Native Ruler. I thought last time maybe the pace didn't suit him as well as you could probably quicken a bit better off a faster pace.
Yes, I get what JP was doing. He knew that Okavonga going to the front was always going to be hard to peg back. So in theory, he chased after him. It worked for Okavonga, it didn't work for this horse.
Tactics at the time suited, but didn't suit the horse.
I got why he did it. It didn't suit the horse. He'll come back here and run a better race. He is a horse I just wish he was a little lower rated for the Hollywoodbets Durban July. And I think it just might be the horse to beat. But he is quite high at the moment. So you've got no choice but to run at weight for age.
When we go into a horse that I really like is See It Again with Andrew up. It really gelled, and this horse is a different. He's one of those horses that, like you say, Sail the Seas is at a fight. This was a nice come-on runs every time, and it's just getting close and close.
Yeah, but every time he finds trouble in these races, it's quite funny. I mean, the first one was Grand Finnick, and the next one was, I can't remember, it was in the Lamar King's Plate, and we need
all the jocks that you could.
But great for the horse now, because to be honest, it's brought him on perfectly for this race, this moment. What a horse, eh? Wow. Just MJ rode him on the beach. And today, possibly the workout of the day was, of my 44 horses running, I'd probably top him as the workout of the day.
Then the last one, number 11, is Okavonga, possibly the pacemaker for the day?
Yeah, very much so. It's the way he likes to race, so we'll go positive. I do think a very interesting rider. For me, he's been very good from the front. He's just one of those jocks that when he's in front, he has a brain, which is rare. So...
Justin, to make a pace is not, it's a bit of a, you got to know what you're doing.
Absolutely. I mean, it's very hard for a jockey because you got to count to 12. So it's 12 seconds to the furlong. Okay, so it's quite hard for jocks. 12 is a big number. So 12 seconds to the furlong. Fortunately enough, Cullen can get to 12. So he'll set a lovely pace for us.
Race 9 is the Hong Kong Jockey Club World Pool Politician Stakes over 1,800 meters. 2 lovely runners here. The first one is Happy Verse, and what a nice horse he is.
Very much so. His behaviour as well is getting so much better. I mean, from the time of the Langerman, where he threw his toys out the bag, and
it happens with Colts and holidays, isn't it?
Yes, he was naughty, yeah. But he's got so, as I've been so hard on him in a way, he just takes all the work that you can imagine. So he's starting to calm down. He's very impressive. So we have a very high expectation of this horse. But it's one thing to say that he needs to show up on this day. This is that race. He needs to show that we think he could be a derby horse, and that's it. There's not a lot around at the moment for 3-year-olds that go ground at the moment. For me, there's very little in South Africa at the moment. This is that horse. He's got no excuses, but he's also well backed up here.
And then Randolph Hurst is also not far behind Happy Verse.
Yes, so Randolph Hurst in his gallop made a bit of a noise, which does, so now there's a little bit of a split thinking on him. We do think the way he races, he runs on strongly, and he should get every bit of the 1800. I don't like that in his gallop. There was a bit of a noise, and especially when we're going further with him, how that's going to affect him. So for us, there's just a bit of a grey area. Is the horse good enough to beat Happy Verse? Yes, sure. Didn't like the noise in the gallop. He is clear, we've scoped, there's nothing to worry about, but if that's not an issue, he's the danger to Happy Verse.
We're going to race 10, the Windhoek Olympic Deal Stakes, listed over 1200 meters. You've got 4 in here. Your first one is Goodness Gracious Me, dropping her back in distance.
Yes, she does make a little bit of a noise in her races, beautifully bred. We thought at the weights, she's always consistent. Why not be consistent in a little race like this? So 52, certainly, one to throw in.
Wild applause for Bjorn Nelson, also 52 on the back.
Very well at the moment. Very, very well. She is prime for a big run. I love the draw. As I said, you want to be drawn a little bit towards the inside. She's very well. I do think she's a big runner for the first 4.
B. Mary has dropped in class quite considerably, and she hasn't been far off in those top races.
MJ, right jock, right time, right race. Expect a big improvement. I think for the punters, just head it in.
Yeah.
I know, you got it.
Big drop in class.
Just a couple things we've figured out with her. Andrew could make a difference on this type of filly.
In number 10, ever consistent thing, Fijian, a little bit up in class, but he's pretty consistent.
Where's she drawn? MJ?
Outside.
I didn't. Borderline.
So yeah.
Got a few rating points. I do think she's probably better over 1,000, 1,100, 1,200's a bit of a push. I do think she's got it all to do in this race, but she's in a very good space. Normally you would say she's probably my pick of the lot, but I just think there are horses here that are quite well weighted and they're going to have a better run in the race. She might have to be quite positive and come over it and take a little bit out of her.
And we're going to race 11, the World Sports Betting Summer Fling Stakes over 2,000 meters. Also 3 fillies in here. Queen Region, you start off with 50 kilos on the back, draw 1. Might be outclassed. It's a big step up for her, but 50 kilos and her form is solid.
Absolutely, MJ, you've nailed it. There are a lot of fillies that are running in the Group 1 mile that I think should have been in this race. But why run nowhere in a Group 1 when you could maybe win a group race like this? And some beautiful broodmares come from this race. It's a race that John and I, whenever we're at the sales and we see that a mare's run well in this race, it's just one of those races that's a very nice race to win for a future broodmare. 50 kilos, drawn 1, Gallop was good. Jeez, the Gallop was good. Go back and watch the Gallop. Good enough to run a monster race here.
Then we go on to a filly that's really up the game, is Swatek with Andrew up.
Yes, she's running a couple races, slow paces, and she's got the mile. We are testing the distance here, but she's got the temperament. She's the quietest ride in my yard. She's got no problem. She'll save her energy. Andrew's quite bullish of a big run. He did choose her, but as I said, the distance is a little bit of a question mark.
Number 8, Little Susie, you can ignore last start with Rene up.
Yeah, doing well at home. Here's another one. If you're going wide, put her in. I know the form of late's not that good, but there are 1 or 2 things that I've figured out with her. I hope it makes a difference. This is that filly over this distance. She is a Willavington winner. She could turn it around here and run a big race. Everyone's counting her out.
Justin, race 12. If you didn't carry enough saddles all day, well, you got 5 coming up. Your first one is number 3, Yamazaki. You're going to get a wheelback.
I mean,
after that.
Just to end it off 5 to...
How many pairs of shoes are you going to go through?
No, crocky, I'm going to have to have comfortable shoes, that's for sure, because it's a long walk. It's not like it used to be. I mean, Mike gets tired after walking there back and forth twice. It's because normally he used to drive a ball, Mike, and then it was quite a long walk to the next shot. Yeah. But as he's got older, it's a shorter walk. He doesn't drive the ball as far as he used to. So, it's like interval training. But for me, yeah, this is going to be a long day.
Mr. Yamazaki, let's get your horses.
Yeah, doing well at home. Very unlucky last time. I thought it was given too much to do, too much on the outside. Back here, nice draw. He's a bit quiet this week after that race. I think that race took a little bit out of him. I'm hoping that there's a bit of a spark back. If it does come, he's certainly one of them that he has to beat because of the draw.
Number 5, Blind Date, some solid form also with Renat.
Yes, draws. For me, this race is all about draws. Big run off that draw. Great comeback run. In a very good space. Got to go into everything.
Number 11, Smart and Up. Callan Murray rides for Beyond.
Yeah, Callan rode it last time from, I think he was drawn 5 or 6 and he ran 4 wide. So I hate to see how wide he can go from 11 draw. Plus, Callan will be hungry. There's that McDonald's right there on the outside. He may be swerving for well, I mean, you might just have to put his hand out. He might be going so wide, but certainly a horse flying at home. Just needed a draw. If Cullen can overcome the draw, the horse to beat in the race.
Grand Canarian, got Andrew up, draw 15, a couple of jocks will be screening.
Listen, Andrew at 57 or 56 years old, I think I might have to scratch his 15 draw after riding 11 horses. There'll be no meat on the bone with Andrew.
Is Andrew in fitter?
No, but still, age is age. And Shan, the horse is not doing that well at home. 50-50 on running him. I'm just not... he's a nice horse, and I just, from that draw and his well-being at the moment, he may be a late scratching.
In Muzi up in the timely manner, draw 16. He's going to have to be at his best.
Pity, eh? But look, I've got good draws, I've got bad draws.
Good work out, 16 horse field, they could go quick and he could slot in.
It's also doing well. This also doing very well. Just a pity because he's so well. Gallop was phenomenal. Wow, what a pity, eh? If he can overcome the draw. Also, I mean, they all ran second in their last starts, primed and ready for big runs.
It's tricky to pick one, you'll have to look in the parade.
The draws for me is what, especially over 7 furlongs a mile here, it's the draws do count a little bit in a big field like this. But listen, rather we've got big fields than small fields.
Perfect. Justin, a lot of talk, a lot of information. Thanks very much for your time.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.